Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, right? Isn't that sad? I can't remember the days of the week. No, it's Tuesday. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Senior moment. It's Wednesday. You know what? You're retired. Look at me. I'm a moon mammoth. I'm a moon mammoth. Well, we know I'm a mammoth. But, yeah, today's Wednesday. Oh my gosh. This is awful. This is awful. Oh, when you're retired, I have a clock that tells me the days of the week. I have a clock that tells me what day it is. I have clocks that tell me what time it is. Look at my watch. Today is Wednesday, the 10th. Oh, my goodness gracious. Anyway, see, I had to think my birthday was on Sunday, and that was the 7th. My family went home on the 8th, which made yesterday the 9th, because today's the 10th. Oh, goodness gracious. But we have birthdays, and I wrote them down because we have quite a few. Goes with my theory of the way our parents kept warm back in the old days. So anyway, today is Nick's birthday. So Nick, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nick. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Helen Guyen. Nguyen. I think it's Guyen. I think the N is silent. I think. Helen, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Helen. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. It's also Mary Beth Leib. L-E-I-B. Mary Beth. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mary Beth. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Deborah Koss. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Deborah. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Carissa Phelps. C-R-A-I-S-S-A. Carissa. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carissa. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And this one I think doesn't watch me anymore because I brought this up last year. Their channel name is Coffee Bean, and I said I didn't know what your real name was to let me know in the comments, and they never let me know. So I'm assuming that they don't subscribe to me anymore. But just on the off chance, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Coffee Bean. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope all 6 of you have a great birthday today. Well, I wanted to give a shout out to somebody that missed my birthday party. Persephone? I'm sorry if I know they call you Sephi. But I wanted to give you a shout out and tell you that the next time I have a birthday party or I have a party or something, you got to come. And then when you come, I'm going to put you on my video. So I wanted to give you a big shout out. So Persephone. I know I'm messing up your name. I'm so sorry, but you know what? You know me. You know I can't say names right. Personife, I think is how you say it. Anyway, thank you for your birthday wishes because your Aunt Kathleen had told me that you were missing me. My body is now used to getting up at 8 o'clock. It's just so silly. When my family was here for the weekend, they got here Thursday night. I set my clock to get up at 8:30, but because they got up about 7, they're like early birds. They got the worm. The early bird always gets the worm. But I thought, it's not polite to like lounge in the bed forever and ever and ever. So I set my clock for 8:30, but I woke up every morning about 8 o'clock. And then I'd like to lay in bed for a little bit before I get up. I just don't I'm not one of these ones that pops out of bed. Even when I was working, I always set my clock for about 15 or 20 minutes before I had to get up, just so I could lay in the bed just a little bit longer. So I've been used to getting up at 8 o'clock. I got up at 8 o'clock, well, all 3 days. I think I actually got up a little bit, maybe not on Monday. Maybe I didn't get up as early. But anyway, 8 o'clock. Yesterday and today, 8 o'clock, wide awake. No alarm clock, wide awake. And I'm still going to bed like 1:30, 2 o'clock, with the exception being Monday night. I went to bed at 11:30. I was just really tired on Monday night. But last night I went to bed about 10 to 2. Woke up wide awake, 8 o'clock, ready for the day, ready for the day. And so then I was sending texts and stuff, little memes and stuff around. And Edie even commented, she says, "Oh my goodness, you're up early." I was up really, really early. So maybe this is my new normal. Maybe, the only thing I can think, well, no, I had my windows open. Yeah, you know what? I take that back. I did wake up at 6 o'clock because one of my neighbors slept with their window open too. And their alarm clock was going off and they weren't turning it off. And so I woke up to their alarm clock. And I kept saying, okay, anytime now. At least hit the snooze. At least hit the snooze. No, nobody hit it. Nobody hit it. And I kept going, And so then I thought, oh my goodness, did Paul and Kathy, because they had the bedroom on the first floor, did they set the alarm clock and then they forgot to turn it off because they're not here? Thinking that today was Tuesday. I told you, even when I woke up, I was mixed up about the days. And so I even got up and went in the bedroom to see if that it was that alarm clock. And then the farther away I got from my open window in my bedroom, the dimmer the alarm clock got. And so I got closer back to my bed. I heard the alarm clock again. I thought, oh, wow. So I do pride myself on the fact that I can wake up, identify a noise, figure out where it's coming from. And if it's not anything that concerns me, I can go right back to sleep. And I considered that I didn't need to worry about it. And I did go right back to sleep until 8 o'clock. And then I woke up and played games on my phone. I was in the shower by 9. And Jim and I watched the 1% Club. But it was harder this week. It was really harder this week. I was surprised. The ones that I thought should have been like the earlier, easier questions were later in the game, and then the ones that were really hard were at the beginning of the game. So it was kind of confusing. But we do like to watch that, kind of like stress our brain. Not knowing the day of the week, that would have been one of the questions I would have went out on. It's just like, I gotta know you gotta know what day of the week it is. So Jim went to his sportsman's club today because he's trying to sight in his bow for hunting season. I guess he's gonna go bow hunting, but he likes to go when the weather's a little bit nicer. So, and it's nice out today. It's 75 degrees right now. The sun is just starting to go away, so it's getting a little bit nippy. I know, who'd have thought 75 would be nippy? It's a different 75 from a summer 75, if that makes any sense. I know it's still considered summer, but it's really kind of late summer. It's almost autumn, fall, whatever you want to call it, in a couple more weeks. No, actually, was it the 21st, I think? Yeah, 11 more days, week and a half. Isn't that sad? It goes by so fast. The older you get, things go by fast, so much faster. So I'm going to sit out here and read. I still haven't started that book. I told you I'm a summer reader. I'm not so much, I don't know why. I am going to buy some new books because I was looking up my favorite authors, and they have a lot of new books that are coming out at the end of the month. So I'm going to use my gift card that my brother got me to get a couple books. And then try to get into the other one. But the book that I ordered from out of town, or, out of state, which I told you I didn't think they could, I got a book from out of state. And it came in yesterday, so let me try to show you what we're reading now. Yes, it's kind of hard to show you because they got the label, the orange sticker over the label, which has to stay on because it's got to go back to the other library. I don't even know where they got it from. Does it even say in here? Just says it's going to Michigan. Doesn't say where it's coming from. Does it say on the back? Nope, doesn't say. Anyway, this is the third book of this J.P. Beaumont series that I never read because it wasn't available at my library, and they found out that it was available outside of Michigan. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to see how many pages there are. 310. So this one is a paperback. But beggars can't be choosers. Perhaps it was fitting justice. A dentist who enjoyed the inflicting of pain was murdered in... Oh, there goes my list. Sorry. Perhaps it was a fitting justice. A dentist who enjoyed inflicting pain was murdered in his own chair. The question is not who wanted Dr. Frederick Nielsen dead, but rather who of the many finally reached their breaking point. The sordid details of the case, with its shocking revelations of violence, cruelty, and horrific sexual abuse, would be enough for any investigator to stomach. But for Seattle homicide detective J.P. Beaumont, the most damning piece of the murderous puzzle will shake him to his very core, because what will be revealed to him is nothing less than the true meaning of unrepentant evil. I don't like putting books on the ground, but I didn't want my paper to fly away, and I'm too lazy to get up and get it right now. So that's the book we're going to be reading now. Yeah, I'm doing somewhat okay on my diet plan for this week. I did hit the Starbucks yesterday because I have a lot of Starbucks on my account, and I was going to get a tea, but just out of force of habit, mango dragon fruit. That's what I got. So I had that, and then for dinner I had some leftover. I know it was an odd combo from that. We had my niece Kathleen makes her mother's, which was my favorite. She makes some kind of a taco salad. It's delicious. And mine never turns out as good as hers. It really never does. I try, but it's like a layer of, it's like a 5-layer thing, I guess. There's a layer of refried beans, which I absolutely love. I could have just a bowl of refried beans with a little bit of cheese and a little bit of sour cream on top, and I can make that a meal. I love it. Anyway, and I don't like to look at it, and I don't like the smell of it, because when you take it out of the can, it looks like you take dog food. It does. It looks like dog food. It smells like dog food. But oh my gosh, I love the taste of it. I love the taste of it. Anyway, she puts a layer of the refried beans, and then she puts some avocado and tomatoes and cheese and some green scallions or green onions. I think she put some sour cream in there too. Whatever it is, it's delicious. It's just absolutely. So I had some little bit left over, and so I had that for my dinner. And then Denise makes spinach dip, which is just frozen spinach and some mayonnaise and sour cream. Which, okay, I'm hearing it as I'm saying it. Fattening with my mango dragon fruit drink. So I had that for dinner. And I didn't have like chips or anything with it. I just ate it with a spoon. So that was my dinner yesterday. And then for breakfast, I had an ounce of cheese. I think I told you this. I had an ounce of cheese, a slice of toast, a glass of milk. Yeah, the cheese, the milk, and a toast. And a banana. I know, not the smartest choices. Not the smartest choices, but, you know, I got to ease my way into it. I'm only hoping for a pound a week, which will take me almost 4 months, 5 months actually, to lose my 20 pounds. But let's face it, I weighed myself on my birthday, and I weighed exactly the same amount of weight. Not a tenth of a pound difference from last birthday. Exact same weight as last birthday, which is sad that I didn't lose not 1 pound. So telling myself it's going to take me 5 months to lose 20 pounds doesn't really bother me as much as it should, because it's better than staying the same for a whole year. It's like, no. I'll get there. I will get there. I want to be back to where I was, at least. And I've gained 60 pounds back, which is sad. So I thought if I did 20-pound intervals and 3 20-pound goals, I could get back to where I was. It'll take me a while, but, you know, where am I going? Hopefully not anywhere soon. But my cousin Lynn so wants us to go to Ireland for a visit. And she found some really good deals, and I know that she keeps telling me that it's just a bus tour, mostly on the bus, but you got to get out and walk and climb up stairs and hills, and the hills are alive. I just know that I would hold everybody up, and then I would feel bad. And then with my family, they would say, you know what, it doesn't really matter. We'll go at your pace. But I'd feel guilty. I really would feel guilty. And so that's another reason I really want to go somewhere with my family next summer. And I have to get a crack-a-lack in here again and start losing some weight. Get back to my walking again. Jim and I fell out of the pattern of walking, and I got to get back into that. The weather's perfect for walking, so I have no excuses as far as that goes. My balance, I'm still doing my balance exercises, but not as faithfully as I was before. But I don't feel there's too much with my balance. I did notice that when we went out to eat on Saturday, I had too much sugar that day. And when we were leaving, I got a little bit dizzy because my family had told the servers that it was my birthday, so they brought me a double scoop of ice cream with some whipped cream and some hot fudge over the top with a maraschino cherry. And so I asked for extra spoons, and so I ate a little bit, and then I passed it around, and everybody had their own spoon to eat off from the ice cream. So it's be a little bit more sanitary that way. So I did share my dessert, but I had the pop, and I've been drinking too much pop lately. So I'm kind of going through a little bit. I don't have, like, some people have headaches that they cut off their pop, stop drinking their pop. That really doesn't bother me too much. My sisters, both Denise and Mary, if they stop drinking pop, they get really bad headaches from the caffeine withdrawal. I don't have that problem. But I was back to my having 2 cans of Coke or 2 cans of Pepsi a day, and that's not a good habit. That's pure sugar. Pure sugar. So is there any wonder that I didn't lose any weight is doing that? And then I was eating a lot of cookies and cakes, and because Brooke made homemade chocolate chip cookies, which I love. I had those, and then I had my turtle cake, and then there was an extra slice left over that I didn't realize. Because my sister Mary says, I'd like a piece of cake, and I told her, I said, well, I don't have any cake, but I have cupcakes left. And then later on, I noticed that somebody had saved me a piece of my cake and put it in the cake dish, so I had to eat it. I just had to eat it. And then just, the chips and the dip and the candy and all of that stuff. So my body is kind of somewhat going through a little bit of withdrawal from the sugar, but I'm not feeling sick or anything like that, which is good. I don't want to feel sick, which sometimes that happens if I go too crazy, that my body just has all these toxins in my system, and it just makes me feel worse. But so anyway, we found out the bad news that Jim's heart doctor, who we absolutely, positively love, she was going to she was leaving, and she was going to start her own practice with a couple other doctors. And she just called yesterday to tell us that she had to move to Indiana because she has a non-compete clause, so she can't practice anywhere in Michigan. Now, Indiana's a little bit too far for us to go. It's like a 5-hour drive at least to get where she's at. So that's not going to happen. So she recommended a couple people. The one she recommended that she really highly recommended is not really close. But then the other person that she recommended was at the same practice she was at. But she said she's got her doubts if the practice is going to survive. But she didn't want to influence us. But yeah, she tells us that. So I don't know. So I got to talk to Jim, see what he wants. He's going to his regular internist on Friday. We're going to go there. And that's it. I have no other big plans for the week. Just hanging around. Looking forward to my new shows starting. It should be coming up pretty good. I did watch Survivor Australia versus the World. I have to tell you, I didn't like who won. I'm not going to say it in case you guys are watching it. The person that I didn't want to win won, and the person that did win, I felt was set up for that person to win the game. I think it was, I know that they're supposedly not scripted or they're edited in a certain way, but you won't, on any Survivor, it just seems odd that, like in this whole big jungle, with the cameraman, I know the camera people are with them at all times anyhow, but it just seems that all of a sudden that they, out of nowhere, oh my gosh, there's the idol, type of thing. And this was the same with this person, that I feel that they camera people kind of direct them in the direction of where they want them to look, is my thought. And on Big Brother, this is my theory of Big Brother. The person, I'm not going to say who it is in case you're a little bit behind, but one of the people didn't get voted out, got removed from the game because there was a game within the game and they didn't do well enough in the game, so then they got removed and they're in jury. Well, since I think there's 9 people left, and there's only 3 more weeks of shows left, my prediction is what they're going to do is each week they're going to eliminate somebody with a vote, and then they're going to go to a game like this. They call it the White Locust instead of the White Lotus. The White Lotus, if anybody didn't see it on HBO, there's 2 seasons or 3 seasons. I think there's 3 seasons. Yeah, 3 seasons. Look it up on HBO. I don't know if it's HBO Max now. I don't know. They keep changing the name. But it's called The White Lotus. I highly recommend it. It was a very good series. But so they're kind of making, and it's from Paramount. So they're making a little play of it. on Big Brother, calling it the White Locust instead of the White Lotus. And then I think that what they're going to do is, I think this week somebody will get voted out, and then somebody will lose the game within the game, and then they'll get voted out too, so they'll be in the jury too. I don't know that I'm right, but this is my theory. Time will tell, won't it? Can you tell I get a little bit into my TV shows? Yes, I do. But, so, and I've been saving a lot of shows that I've been watching on, like Ballard on Prime, which is kind of a spin-off of Bosch. I haven't watched that yet. There's a couple new shows that are starting that I want to watch. So when I'm stuck in the house in the wintertime, that's when I plan on watching those shows. But I was going to tell you something else about one of the shows. Oh, on Netflix, Unknown Caller. It's an hour-and-a-half documentary. That was really good. And you'll never guess who the unknown caller was. It'll take you by surprise. And then another one that was out in 2022 that I did watch. But I watched it again because Danny told me. And I thought, I think I've seen this before. And as I was watching it, I did. But then I forgot. The Girl in the Picture. That was another good one. That was on Netflix. So The Girl in the Picture and Unknown Caller. Unknown Caller is new this year. And it's like everybody's talking about it. It's like, yeah, that one was good. So, all right. Let's sit back here. For dinner tonight, I'm going to have a salad. I have a little bit of leftover turkey. So I'm going to put some turkey on my salad with some cottage cheese. For breakfast, I think I'm just going to have a couple eggs and a banana and some orange juice. Big excitement of the day. So, okay, that's going to do it. Let's try to get together tomorrow. Hopefully we see each other.